In the middle of the Cold War, the United States pulled off something that sounded impossible: a fighter jet, shooting down a satellite in space. Not a missile launched from the ground, not a secret space weapon. A single F-15 Eagle climbing into the sky carrying a weapon designed to reach the edge of space. And when that missile launched, it changed how the world thought about warfare in orbit forever. By the late 1970s and early 1980s, satellites had become the eyes and ears of modern militaries. They guided missiles, they tracked enemy movements, they provided intelligence across the entire planet. Both the United States and the Soviet Union depended heavily on them. But this created a terrifying question. What if one side could destroy the other side's satellites? If that happened, an entire military could suddenly become blind. No navigation, no reconnaissance, no communication. In a modern war, that could mean instant defeat. So the United States started working on something extraordinary: a weapon capable of destroying satellites from the air. The project was highly classified. Engineers designed a special missile called the ASM-135 ASAT. Unlike normal air-to-air missiles, this weapon wasn't meant to hit another aircraft. Its target was hundreds of miles above Earth. The missile had no explosive warhead. Instead, it used something even more terrifying: pure kinetic impact. That meant it would destroy its target simply by smashing into it at incredible speed. The launch platform would be one of America's most powerful fighters, the F-15 Eagle. The test would take place in 1985. The pilot chosen for the mission was Major Wilbert Doug Pearson of the U.S. Air Force. His task sounded almost impossible. He would fly the F-15 to extreme altitude, perform a steep climb, and launch the anti-satellite missile at the exact right moment. Timing had to be perfect. The satellite they were targeting was moving through space at over 17,000 miles per hour. Even the smallest mistake would cause the missile to miss by miles. On September 13, 1985, the F-15 roared down the runway. Under its wing was the experimental ASAT missile. Pearson accelerated the jet to incredible speed and then pulled the aircraft into a steep climb. The fighter pointed, almost straight upward, higher and higher, until it reached nearly 40,000 feet. At that moment, Pearson launched the missile. The ASAT missile ignited instantly. It shot upward, leaving the fighter jet far behind. The missile continued climbing toward space. Far above the Earth, the target satellite was approaching. Inside the missile, a guidance system locked onto the target. Seconds later, the interceptor vehicle separated and continued its climb. Then it happened. At an altitude of more than 300 miles above Earth, the interceptor smashed directly into the satellite. The impact was devastating. The satellite was completely destroyed. Fighter jet had just successfully shot down an object in space. Why it was so important? This test proved something shocking. Aircraft could now be used as anti-satellite weapons. That meant satellites were no longer safe in orbit. For military planners, this changed everything. In a future conflict, space itself could become a battlefield. Satellites that controlled navigation, communication, and surveillance could all become targets. The test sent a powerful message during the Cold War. The United States had the ability to reach into space and destroy critical enemy systems. Despite the successful test, the program did not continue for long. Many leaders feared that deploying anti-satellite weapons could start a dangerous arms race in space. If both sides began destroying satellites, it could fill orbit with debris and make space operations impossible. Eventually, the program was canceled, but the technology had already proven something remarkable. A fighter jet could reach space. Today, anti-satellite weapons are still one of the most secretive and controversial technologies in modern warfare. Countries like the United States, China, and Russia continue researching ways to disable satellites. But that Incredible moment in 1985 remains one of the most unusual military tests ever performed. A single fighter jet, one experimental missile, and a satellite destroyed hundreds of miles above Earth. Moments like this show just how quickly warfare can evolve, from dogfights in the sky to battles fought in space. And as technology continues to advance, the next battlefield might be even further beyond Earth. If you enjoy discovering the hidden stories of military technology and secret missions, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this, because some of the most incredible moments in history happened far above our heads.